if you stay consistent, you will one day they will just a particular music can just blow in your country, and then they will say, what kind of music is this? Oh, it's gengeto. Oh, it's is it bongo flavor? I think that is Tanzanian genre. I don't know, but yeah, you can just blow with a particular sound. Just pray. Let me put it that way. Just pray that the music that will be big out of your country should be a sound associated with Kenyans. Because if somehow the biggest sound that comes out from your country is Amapiano, is Afrobeat, there is no way you guys can push that. That is not your genre, so it cannot be your own. It cannot announce the kind of music you guys do to the world. They will only just see you as a Kenyan that did Amapiano, like, or a Kenyan that did Afrobeat. So when I decided to do this video about being of South to Soul, appearing on the Breakfast Club, Shalaman the God and his team, I didn't know that a lot of Kenyans were going to like it, because I personally did it because I love South to Soul. So I just did it because I have never seen Kenyans on that, show. So when I saw him, it was really like, oh, wow, Kenyans are now going out there, because my complaints have always been that I don't see them more. So when I saw him, it was a big deal for me. And I did it from the personal point of view of liking them, not really, because I didn't know that I had, Kenyan followers, or somehow, or Kenyans were going to see the video. But somehow they saw the video, and the reaction has been, really, really amazing. So it was really refreshing to see that a lot of Kenyans, subscribed to my channel, and they reacted to it. Of course, thanking me for doing that, and more or less happy that their industry is gradually getting that recognition that they have been working for like a very long time. Because like I said, it's Tanzania that a lot of us hear because of diamond platinums. So they are really happy that people are getting to see Kenya, and they are giving all the thanks, or some of the thanks, to the recent interview by Bien. So, but one of the comments there, as always, captured my attention, and I'm going to read it out. So I went back and forth with the guy, because he was really very honest about their industry and the challenges that they go through, or they are going through, why they are not out there. Because I actually thought that, okay, they are just laid back people, and maybe they're not more or less like Nigerians, who are more or less loud and want to be out there. So he made a point saying the reason why, or what he not what he suspected, because he was really very sure about what is holding them back from being on that global stage. So I'm going to read what he wrote in my comment section. He said, his name is Kennedy Obiero 5697. If you're watching this, hi Kennedy. Kennedy said, there is a Kenyan rapper called King Kaka, who was the first there. That's first to be on that platform. That's the Breakfast Club. Because I remember saying in my video that Bien is like the first Kenyan musician to be on that platform. So Kennedy is actually saying that no, that he isn't. He said that there is a King Kaka who has been there, but he was not that eloquent. By the time he found himself there, he didn't have the kind of traction associated with Bien, South to Soul in bracket. Now, after that, he now said, one of the things we are struggling with as Kenyans is that there is not that uniformity in our music. There are songs you hear and you know that this is Afrobeat or Amapiano. But us Kenyans, we are all over the place with musical genres. Yes, Kennedy, that can actually be a problem. That can you know, hinder unity in, pushing a particular sound and owning a particular sound. I agree with you. Because Nigeria, before we got to the stage where we are at the moment, we struggled. We have Juju, we have High Life, we have Akpala, we have Fuji, of course, we have Afrobeat, right? So we have a lot. These sounds, a lot of them, there are people who are still making money, you know, uh, in Nigeria. Juju music might not be out there. Fuji music might not be out there. Akpala might not be out there. Nigerian high life, of course, flavor is championing it. It might not be as big as Afrobeat. So I'm just using it to say that we struggled. Kennedy, this video is particularly for you. So yeah, in case you get to see it. So Nigerians struggled before we got to where we are. Now, it's not like they came and said, okay, now let us all sit down and push Afrobeat so that we'll be known with that genre. No, people can keep doing what they are doing. That is not a problem. But the thing that will be the problem is if you people are not united in pushing whatever music you guys are pushing. You don't have to come together and, say, let us push gengetone, because I know that that is one of your Kenyan genre of music. You have gengetone, you have benga, of course, you do Afrobeat, you do hip hop, you do your traditional music and all of that. So you cannot all come out to say, okay, let's push gengetone so that we'll be known. No. As you are consistent and doing what you're doing, very soon you will find your path. Like it will just align. Yes, that can be a concern to have, but if you stay consistent, you will one day they will just a particular music can just blow in your country, and then they will say, what kind of music is this? Oh, it's gengeto. Oh, it's is it bongo flavor? I think that is Tanzanian genre. I don't know, but yeah, you can just blow with a particular sound. Just know that the music that just pray. Let me put it that way. Just pray that the music that will be big out of your country should be a sound associated with Kenyans. Because if somehow the biggest sound that comes out from your country is Amapiano, is Afrobeat, there is no way you guys can push that. That is not your genre, so it cannot be your own. It cannot announce the kind of music you guys do to the world. They will only just see you as a Kenyan that did Amapiano, or a Kenyan that did Afrobeat. And it cannot be the same as a Kenyan who did like a Gengen and then Gengen music announced you guys to the world. You see, Nigerians, they have people who do Amapiano music. But you cannot say this is Davido has done a song in Amapiano song. Ashake has done, but you cannot look at Ashake and say Ashake is an Amapiano artist. You can't look at Davido and say he's an Amapiano artist because he did an Amapiano song. He's an artist that decided to, to sample other genre of music, but he stayed true to his core, which is an Afrobeat star. So that is maybe your guys are trying to, I don't know how to put it. Now, maybe when your guys sing Afrobeat, they just take up Afrobeat like they are Afrobeat stars. And there's nothing wrong with that. But you can't, your own will not shine through if you decide to take people's own like that. You get what I mean? So yeah, Ghana too, they are also struggling with that. They have high life, but they are also struggling with that identity thing, to be out there as so that their stars will be called high life stars or high life artists. Their biggest stars, none of them does high life. Sakode, Shatawale, Stoneboy. Most of them are doing dancehall or reggae. So it's the same thing happening to you people that is also happening to Ghanaians too. So some of the big songs that came out from their country are more like Afrobeat songs. If you look at that, Sugarcane Sweet, where you love is sweeter. That is Camido. It's an Afrobeat song. I be like Terminator. It's an Afrobeat song. Gaki's Forever I did with Omali is an Afrobeat. So some of their songs that come out of Ghana that are big are more or less Afrobeat songs. So that doesn't mean that high life might be very, very solid in their country. But there is no big high life song. I'm not talking about older generations in their country. I'm talking about like young people who are singing high life songs that the song now crossed over and became a global hit. There are songs that somehow that crossed over to Nigeria that became a global hit are mainly Afrobeat songs. So yeah, it's good to have an identity, and there is a way to go about it. There is a way you can have an identity. If you're if you let people's own come in so much into your system, you will end up not exporting yours. All you will be taking is things outside into your country. You cannot export yours because the ones coming in is drowning yours. So you will not be able to export. Now there was a time in Nigeria. It's not like we figured it out and we struggled too. Because there was a time in Nigeria, all we were listening to is 50 Cent, you know, Jennifer Lopez. It was just American music they were listening to. But how we got here, yes, I'm sure maybe there are people who did the groundwork. But what I know for sure is that we didn't sit down to say, okay, let's sit down, we'll push Afrobeat. Afrobeat is going to be the number one. It just aligned. Because why? They started doing the songs that Nigerians liked and Nigerians started consuming. And then it was a no-brainer. Nobody told us that we should start liking it. We just started falling in love with it. So how about your stars start doing things that you people will love, and then you will find out that it will work like magic. Nobody will tell you people to buy into it. You will just buy into it, and before you know, you're out there. That's it. So yeah, your concerns are valid, but you guys have to put in the work. But anyway, you're moving. That's the most important thing. You guys are moving. Bien is already taking the lead, and you're moving. Slowly but surely, you will get there. Trust me, only a matter of time. So yeah, Rome was not built in a day, so trust me, Kennedy, you will get there. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And shout out to all my Kenyan watchers. You guys rock. Don't worry, I'll continue to look for your stories since I now know that you guys follow me. So I will more or less try to, get something about Kenya and talk about it, right? Okay. Anyway, that's it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I see you again in my next video. Bye for now.